On the night of May 14, 2008, Brandon Swanson, 19 years old, left a college party, got in his car, and vanished. Not into thin air, not into the wilderness, but somewhere between a phone call and a promise. It was a Wednesday night in Canby, Minnesota. Brandon had just wrapped up his semester at a local college. He stopped by a small gathering to say goodbye to friends. It wasn't a wild party, just a few drinks, a few goodbyes. At around 11:30 p.m., he got into his Chevy Lumina and started driving home to Marshall, about 30 minutes away. At 1:54 a.m., Brandon called his parents. He said he had driven into a ditch and couldn't get his car out. He wasn't hurt, just needed a ride. His parents drove out toward the town of Lind, where Brandon said he was. They flashed their headlights. He said he could see them, but they couldn't see him. They honked, called, looked, still nothing. Brandon insisted they were in the same place. So did they, and that's when the story fractures. Brandon said he was going to walk toward the lights of a nearby town. They stayed on the phone with him for nearly 47 minutes. He was frustrated, but not panicked. Then at 2:30 a.m., mid-sentence, Brandon suddenly said, "Oh, shh," and the line went dead. They called back, again and again, no answer, no voicemail, just ringing and silence. By morning, they reported him missing, but at first, the police weren't concerned. He was 19. Maybe he just needed space, but Brandon wasn't the type to disappear. Eventually his car was found, but not near Lind, not even close. It was in a ditch near Taunton, almost 25 miles in the opposite direction, on a rural gravel road, surrounded by fields, no lights, no town nearby. Brandon hadn't been where he said he was. The area around the car was searched. Fields, creeks, old farm buildings, search dogs picked up his scent, leading across gravel roads and into a field, toward a creek, and then it just stopped, as if Brandon had vanished mid-step. There were no signs of foul play. No blood, no broken branches, no phone, no body. Some believe he fell into the Yellow Medicine River and was swept away. Others say the area was too shallow for that, but after 15 years, not a single item has been recovered. Not a shoe, not a piece of clothing, nothing. This case isn't made of twists, it's made of absences. No surveillance, no witnesses, no explanation, just a young man walking toward the lights, and a voice that simply stopped. Brandon's parents didn't stop searching, they didn't stop asking. They helped pass Brandon's law, which requires Minnesota police to act quickly on missing adult cases. They still live nearby, still wait, still hope for a knock at the door. Brandon Swanson was 19 years old. He was last heard from on May 14, 2008. If you have any information, contact the Lyon County Sheriff's Office in Minnesota. Thank you for remembering him. Subscribe to Black Lantern Files for more unsolved disappearances and forgotten mysteries. Another story, next week.